YouTube is so fun with all the glitches. Just gotta roll with it. You know, what are you gonna do live? Nothing. We're back. So basically, YouTube just glitched out, shut down on my phone, and then I reconnected and it was all echoey. So here we are. Live streams are so fun. How's my mom? She's good. I actually haven't talked to her in like a week, which is weird. I need to call her. You know what's funny? Y'all, like, I know you guys messaged me on Instagram and you're like, did you see my message? Did you see my message? I get a lot of notifications and I'm so grateful for it, but I have a funny story about it. I had absolutely no idea my mom was on Instagram for like a year. I had no idea that she was commenting on my on my pictures. I didn't know that was my mom for a year. So if you guys feel bad about like me not seeing your stuff, please know that I didn't see my own mother on Instagram. Because she was here and I'm like, you have an Instagram? I'll set one up for you. And she's like, I comment on your pictures every time. And I'm like, what? You have a freaking Instagram? So, yep. Don't feel bad because Mama Kent gets ignored too. Not intentionally. It's just how it happens. Definitely do not mean to ignore people. I know. So funny. Also, I'm so sorry, Mom. I had no freaking idea that you were so hip and cool and on the gram, you know? Girls are good. Hi from Canada. Can you smuggle me into Canada just for like a weekend? I know it's a crime and everything, but I just want to come visit. Technically, it's against the law, but it's just Canada. It's right there, you know? I want to visit so bad. I promise to not commit another felony. I promise just to, you know, be a tourist. And I've seen so many beautiful pictures of Canada and I'm so jealous and I want to come visit so bad. Is Canada as beautiful as we Americans think it is, or is that a lie? If y'all say that it's as beautiful as I think it is, I'm going to be so sad. But also jealous still, because I want to come visit. It's not that beautiful. I didn't think so. Yeah, you're lying, aren't you? It's great. Let me in. What kind of music do I listen to? Okay, so I like everything from Billie Eilish to Billy Joel. Do y'all know who Billy Joel is? I'm not gonna. What is Matt up to? Oh, we're asking about Matt. He needs to start a YouTube channel. He's doing great. Yeah, he's doing really good. He's just, you know, chilling in the woods. He is going to film with me next month in LA also. And he's got so many stories. What's funny is like all my friends have a crazy life and such amazing stories, right? Who is Matt? What am I missing? Matt is one of my really good friends. He is on my main channel talking about prison stories and magazine crew. He was the magazine king, which I think I pissed off everyone in my crew by saying that. Moving on. He was the king of magazines. And yeah, so we're going to be filming again in LA next month. So what was I just saying? Before you asked me about Matt, I was saying something. Music. No. Everything from Post Malone to Slipknot. Everything from Grateful Dead to fucking, I don't know. Everything except country. Matt is forever associated in my mind with the American Honey movie. Yeah, which he didn't like. Everything from Sublime to Rage Against the Machine. Everything from Flogging Molly to Travis Scott. It's like you cannot be any more different, you know? Catch 22. Everything from Catch 22 to Cardi B. Have you ever learned an instrument? I used to know some stuff on the guitar, but it's been a really long time since I did that. I should pick it up again. Everyone had all this spare time in quarantine, and my life didn't change at all. So I wasn't able to, what's it called? I wasn't able to pick up like a hobby because I work from home. So if it wouldn't let you get back on, it's because you had to get out of the old live stream and join the new live stream. I don't know. Half the people didn't figure it out. I'm so sorry. Do you have any secret talents? I can forget what I'm saying while I'm saying it. I know. Beat that. Jason is so excited to share his story on YouTube. He is so excited. How am I staying safe from COVID to travel to other states to collab? Well, I don't leave my house and I'm getting tested before I leave. So like I do in every time I leave the state. Jason's not out yet. Trust and believe I will be the first one to tell you that. So what was I going to say? Do you have a normal day job? I know that people don't think of YouTube and content creating as a job, but this is my job, which is weird to say and amazing. So yeah, I'm a full-time YouTuber. I have a podcast. I'm writing an autobiography. I just hit 500,000 on TikTok. That's weird. So this is what I do. Not usually makeup, but you know what I'm saying. Reese and I struggle with secondary infertility, and it's not happening for our family. It's actually a really stressful and depressing thing that I try not to talk about often. So no, we're not planning on having other children. My body doesn't want to do that. Anyway, so Jason gets out this year. We just got his release date. It's a little bit longer than we wanted. We were wanting him to get out sooner. I can't tell you the date yet. I promised that I wouldn't, but he is getting out soon, and I will record everything for you guys. I've never even hugged him before, so everything is going to be on camera from the day he walks out of prison to the day he has his own channel. You know what I mean? Which he wants me to set up for him. I just have not gotten a chance to do that yet. So I missed a super chat. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Diana, I don't know if you remember me, but I illustrated you on IG and you post some of your stories. Thank you for helping me move on from losing my friend to meth addiction. Thank you for drawing me, and I'm so glad that my videos help you. That's amazing. I love when you guys draw me. You guys are so freaking talented. So sorry for bringing it up. I had no idea. So how would you know, right? But so it's not a big deal, but I just want to encourage all of you to stop asking women when they're having babies. Because you never know what is going on in our lives. You have no idea if they can't afford it. Mental health is a contributing factor. Maybe they just don't want to. Maybe they're struggling with infertility. Maybe they've taken 576 pregnancy tests and they all say negative for 4 years. Like me. So you just never know what's going on in someone's life, and that's hard. So I know it's a normal thing to ask in society, but let's make that not normal anymore, and let's stop doing that. Maybe they just don't want kids. Yeah, maybe they just don't want to, which is completely fine. You know what I mean? I didn't want kids for a very long time. I didn't want kids when I was pregnant because I didn't know what to do. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I can barely make spaghetti. What am I supposed to do with a kid? You know what I mean? As it turns out, I freaking love those babies. I would take all the babies. But I was a very different person back then. And I'm so grateful for my babies. So they're so freaking amazing, dude. But I would get super offended when people ask me, because I'm like, hell no, I don't want kids. Now I'm like, I want to adopt, like, I don't know, 100. How much room do we have? We have room for 100. Just let us foster 100 puppies and babies, and I'll be so happy. So Reese and I were talking last night. I think we're gonna have a podcast discussion about this, but I don't think people give those in active addiction, they get out of active addiction. What am I trying to say? I don't think that people give those in long-term recovery enough credit, because we've literally changed our entire lives. We've literally changed our mindset, our belief system, who we are as people, how we interact with other people. We've changed everything. And most people don't have to go through many life changes like that. And I had like an identity crisis after, getting out of that lifestyle, because I'm like, who am I if I'm not this? Who am I if I'm not a dealer and a drug addict and doing all the things that I do? Who am I without it? And I didn't know who I was. I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. I didn't feel okay. I didn't understand my belief system and what I wanted, and my own style even. I'll get to your super chat one second. I just didn't know. I didn't know who I was, what I believed, what I liked. And I felt really uncomfortable in that, So I got married at 18. This is taking a turn, but I got married at 18 to someone that gaslit the fuck out of me and told me, that tattoos are trashy as fuck, and you're a wife now, so you have to cook me dinner and clean my house and do this and do that, and fake boobs are disgusting, and for you wanting to do that, that's weird. You want to be an entrepreneur, that is never going to work out. It's a lot. It was a lot that took me a long time to, overcome and believe in myself and love myself. And in doing that, once I got sober, I started to appreciate who I was, love myself, and genuinely be happy in my own skin. And I think that journey is so underrated in our society. They're like, oh, good job, you got sober, but you don't understand how much it takes to get sober, how much it takes to find yourself at 30, 25, 40, however old you are when you find your recovery journey. And it takes a lot out of us, and it takes a long time to be mentally stable and comfortable and everything, right? So it's still a process in loving myself. It's still a journey for me. And I don't know where I was going with that. I just felt the need to share that, because it has taken a very long time to get to where I am today. And self-love is a constant thing that I have to practice and I'm very hard on myself. So I have to constantly tell myself, that I am doing a great job and I'm a good mom, and you know what I'm saying? Okay, super chat. I'm sorry I missed it. Allie, hey girl. I see the pink hair in your picture. Your and Reese's stories and experiences helped me understand addiction and my husband in a way I never thought possible. You guys helped save our marriage. Stop. Oh my God. I'm grateful for you too, girl. Thank you. That's an amazing message. I kind of want to screenshot that and send that to Reese. Thank you so much. That's the whole purpose of my channel, is to help people understand that have never been there. Oh, fuck, I'm gonna cry. To help people understand that have never gone through it, or help people on the outside looking in and seeing people in active addiction and living with people in active addiction. That's the whole point of everything I do. So I'm glad it helps. Granny Days. First of all, it's an awesome name. Hi, Jess. Never managed to catch you live. Wanted to say you're an awesome human being. I'm 6 years clean from heroin, though still using benzos. Keep fighting, and you're amazing. Let's see. I live in Illinois. It is black. This is just a backdrop because I'm me. So I messed up the background a little bit by drawing all over it with chalk, which is what it was supposed to be. So I'm going back over it and then putting out something else. Putting up a neon sign and everything. It's going to be great, but it's just not ready yet. Do rehabs actually help? Yeah, they help. Here's the thing. There are so many pathways to long-term recovery. They're all valid. They're all worthy. Whether you're on medically assisted treatment, marijuana, microdosing, 12-step smart recovery, abstinence, you got sober through rehab, in prison, whatever that pathway is for you, it's valid and great. And, a lot of times, most of the time, when we treat addiction, we end up treating everything below the surface. Addiction is the surface problem. So people are like, just stop using drugs. Okay, Cheryl, thank you. Can't just stop using drugs, okay? It doesn't work that way. So when we treat addiction, we end up treating all the things that led us there, whether that's trauma like PTSD or mental illness, schizophrenia, bipolar, ASPD, depression, anxiety. We end up treating all of those things, right? And in treating our mental health through whatever it is that led us to our addiction, like sometimes it's ADHD, if we treat that with a medication and they're now sober, thriving, and their life is manageable and healthy, then they are sober. And I think people don't understand that, because people are like, oh, you still take a medicine, so you're not sober. That doesn't fucking matter. Like, we have to treat what's going on so that they can become healthy again, so sometimes we have to treat ADHD. Could you imagine telling somebody, and I have a friend now that I'm going to bring on the podcast. His name is Cody Green. He has a Criminally Mental podcast. He is amazing, but he has schizophrenia. Could you imagine telling Cody, you're not sober because you're taking your schizophrenia medication? You're not sober because you're on medication. So why in the actual do we tell people with ADHD they're not sober because they take Adderall? We're treating their mental health. So that is the most common misconception about active addiction, is that you can't take medication. We need to heal our mental health to become healthy. It is a process. It's a journey. Abstinence does not work for everybody, So I get so fired up because I hate that people are out there beating themselves up for taking medication that they need because they're treating their mental health. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I missed a super chat. Let me jump in by saying I'm 45 and going back to school to be a drug and alcohol counselor. Thank you for helping me find a real passion in my life. That's amazing. I love you. Best of luck to you. You'll do great. That's so cool. I love it. Have you had any lasting physical issues with your drug use? I mean, I stutter and stammer and twitch sometimes. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I don't know. What's crazy is I catch myself. People usually don't catch me doing it. I catch myself though, and it's gotten better over time. What was I saying? I read a comment and then I forgot what I was saying. After I overdosed, I would slur my words a lot more frequently than I do now. And now I kind of have to slow down and make sure I'm enunciating words. And I've gotten better with it. But I noticed that after I overdosed, I don't know if it was because of like loss of oxygen. I haven't really researched it much. I'm also not a doctor. But I noticed that I had a major issue with my speech and slurring my words. And now I'm doing a lot better with it. I notice it. Most people don't now, but it's also been years, and I have practiced with certain pronunciation of certain words, and I would just be speaking regularly, and then I would start slurring, and it was just so strange, and it happened right after that, and I've never heard anyone talk about it. I've never heard anyone discuss that, but it happened to me, and I feel like I'm completely alone because I've never met anyone that said that, so I'll do your makeup if you want me to do your makeup, Jen. You like my ring? Thank you. It's not real. It's beautiful though, and it's awesome. It's completely my style. I'm not a fan of diamonds. so it's not. But it's absolutely beautiful, and it's me. Can you talk more about how you talk to your kids in age-appropriate ways more? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I talk to my kids and they know that mommy was sick. Mommy was sick and I got better. Oh my, I just dipped my highlight brush in bronzer. No, I was just kidding. Shit, it's fine. So yeah, they know that I was sick and I got better, and they know that I made a lot of mistakes and I had to take responsibility for my actions. It is not my fault I was an addict, but it is my responsibility to get better. And they don't know, they're 8 and 4. They don't know like I was a drug addict. They don't really understand that because they're 8 and 4. But they know that I got better, and Micah does know that she was born while I was in prison. And she helped mommy get better and fight to be her mommy, and she knows that. Rebecca, yes, I have a whole story time on my main channel about that, but it's like a year old, so you're gonna have to scroll a little bit, but you'll find it. I was gonna do lashes, but now I don't feel like it. Do people judge you? Every day on the internet, but never to my face. I've never had anyone say anything to my face negative about my addiction, you know what I mean? Or prison. They might judge me behind closed doors, but no one's ever going to say to my face anything that people are so bold to say online. So I do recommend it. It's expensive, but it's so dope. The last sip of coffee is just as hot as the first sip of coffee. It's dying right now. That's why it's red. But this is my second cup of coffee and it's still hot. So I highly recommend that. And I think it's so great. $4 mascara. It's better than any other mascara I've ever tried. And it was $4. I know. Drugstore is lit as fuck. If y'all don't have makeup from the drugstore, what are you even doing with your life? Like, this is the best mascara ever. I've used everything from Climax by NARS, Benefit Roller Lash. Better Than Sex is a disgusting mascara. It's awful. It's freaking chunky and gross. So I hate that one. This one's just so good. I don't know if y'all can tell. It looks better in person. Just come to my house and I'll show you. Just come over. We'll do makeup together. Any update on Jason? He got COVID, got better. Now he's healthy and he is getting out this year. And I'm filming all of that for you. So grateful for you and Jen. I've been sober 7 years. My son said recently lost his battle with addiction. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss, Shannon. But I'm so glad that you're sober. I never know what to say. That's so hard. No, I don't know. Hi from the Gala sisters. Hello. Hello. Do you have any crazy fan stories? I actually do. I do. She was just so excited. I'm not trying to be mean, but I do have one. If you're watching, I'm sorry, but girl. So I walked into the mall. This was before lockdown happened. And I had just been recognized at TJ Maxx, and it was the cashier, and she whispered to me, I watch you on YouTube. I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. And she's like, do you want my employee discount? And I was like, yes, I do. And it was really cool and chill. And then right after that, I went to the mall to get my nails done. And a girl saw me and screamed at the top of her lungs, Jessica Kent. And I felt as though I just, oh my God, it was terrifying. I have PTSD. And it was just not good to have someone run up on me and then scream really loudly. So that was tough. And then I was like, hey, girl, hey. And I was almost crying because it just took me off guard so badly. And then I walked in to get my nails done, and I was on edge the whole time because I was afraid that, like, for some reason, I was afraid that they were just going to come back in with, like, their whole group of people. And I was just really, really shocked. And, you know, so the best way to approach me is slowly. You know what I mean? It's so dumb. I don't know. It's so frustrating, but that's just how my brain works, you know? So if you scream at me, it's going to be a hard time. You know, I'm going to be like, what? Like, if you run up on me and scream, it's just a natural instinct for me to be like, you know what I mean? Calmly be like, hey, yo, bitch, I watched you on YouTube. And I'm like, oh my God, you want a selfie? And then you're going to tell me no. And then I'm going to stand there awkwardly and then be like, okay, bye. So, not to brag, but I will make every situation uncomfortable and awkward. I'm so talented. You would definitely, everyone says that online. And then when I ask for a selfie, this is why I ask. I'm like, do you want a selfie? I ask because I feel like I don't want them to feel like they're bothering me for it. But then if you tell me no, I'm going to be like, of course they don't want a selfie. Who the fuck do you think you are? Like, do you want to, like who, what are you, Naomi Campbell now? Like, you think you're famous? Like, oh my God. So then I just feel like a complete idiot for being like, do you want a selfie? And then they're like, no, thanks. One time a girl came up to me in Target and she's like, I felt so bad, but she's like, hey, I watch you on YouTube. And I'm like, thanks. Do you want a selfie? Because I'm just standing there like, what do I say after that, right? And I'm like, okay, bye. Like, so this girl's like, yeah, I'll take a selfie. So I'm like, well, give me your phone. She handed me her phone and their screen was cracked to shit. And I was like, girl, you got to fix this screen. And then she said, well, I'm a broke college student. So I'm like, oh yeah, no, I totally get it. Like I would rock a cracked screen too. But then I'm like, did I just make her feel bad? She probably won't remember that, but I'll remember that for the rest of my life, that I made her feel bad that she had a cracked screen. You know, now I'm like, wow, why did you even say anything? Like, you're such an asshole. Why'd you say that? But I was like, oh girl, you gotta fix this screen. Yeah, it's going great. So I don't handle it well. And social anxiety sucks. So it says that Jason's getting out on December 25th, 2021. No, that's not real. He's getting out 6 months before that because he's getting out to a halfway house. So that's not real. I know that the BOP says that, but they're lying. We have his day. It's 6 months before that. I know it's so confusing. But I swear we have his day. We just got his parole day. Okay, this lipstick is Huda Beauty. I got these little mini ones to see if I liked the formula. Oh, Granny Days. Jess, what is the dewy stuff you put on your skin? Okay, so this is from the drugstore. It's $9. It's called the Milani Make It Dewy Spray. You can get it at Target, Walgreens, CVS, any of those things, and it's so good. I don't put it directly on my face. That's too much. So I put it on the sponge and then put it on my face. Much better result. Chrissy Lee. Jess, I want to thank you and make me feel I'm gonna try again. Jess, I want to thank you for making me feel understood. Still living in a facility for health issues over 2 years, lost over a dozen people here due to COVID, but you helped me so much. That's so scary. I don't know why I didn't mention it any other time. My grandfather recently passed away due to COVID. We weren't close, and that was just a super weird thing for me because I didn't know him very well. And I grew up in a house where my dad was always like, the emotions growing up in my house were rage and silence, you know? And I always knew that my dad and he does not want me to tell you guys any of this. They didn't have a good relationship though. And, you know, I always wanted to get to know him, but that was a very big struggle for my family. You know what I mean? But he just passed. When are you going to do a Q&A with Reese's mom? I don't know. I don't know if she'd want to. not everyone wants to do a YouTube video. You know what I mean? It's a little intimidating, you guys. It's a lot. It's a lot intimidating. To fix my eyebrows. Okay. Guess what? I just dropped a brush across the room. Cool. So I booked an appointment to get my eyebrows microbladed. I know, I'm fucking terrified. It's gonna be fine. Someone asked about the poll. So I have the interview with Hollywood is coming, but she'll get up the courage to do the video, and then she changes her mind, and I do not want to push her, so eventually she will. Misty with the 5 Ps, your inspiration lady, love you. Love you too, girl. Thank you. The pole. So I have a pole in my basement. Sounded super creepy just then. I am getting into pole fitness, and it's very hard, and my whole body is very sore and bruised up, and it's hard, but I like it. And it's going great. It's not. And I'm really sore, so let me just say, pole dancing is fun. When does the fun start? Why do y'all keep saying this? When I need a date and a time that the fun begins, because the fun is not happening in this house. Okay, there is no fun to be had. I have a permanent bruise on the back of my knee for my knee hook. A permanent bruise. It's fucking awful. It's awful. So I would like to know when the fun begins. Is your Facebook page real? Yeah, I just don't use it often. We're gonna do a van build. As soon as I find one, that's actually my friend Matt's job to find me a van. So if you're watching, Matt, get on your job, because I think that would be a really cool project for Jason to come over and help us with. So maybe we'll wait. Wait for Jason. I'm so excited that he gets to come to the wedding, if it ever happens. Probably not. It's really not easy to plan a wedding, as it turns out. Okay, about 5 more minutes and then I have to go. How do you make friends? I don't know. It's very people-y out there. Try not to, being honest, because I'm an introvert and awkward. So, what nail polish? It's just a gray color. Jen wanted to get her nails done, or I never would have gone, honestly, because people-y out there. When did I get your tattoos? I don't know. Do you have my tattoos? That would be weird. My sleeve took about 4 years to do. This is what we call good enough. Good enough. Oh, wait, no, I want to do, hold on, one more thing. Anna, any advice for days when you're dealing with depression? This week has been really hard. This is just for me personally. I exercise. I eat good food, like clean food. I don't know if that makes sense. 1 ingredient food is what I try to eat, because believe it or not, the food that you're putting in your body makes you feel a certain type of way. So I just try to eat good. I try to practice self-care, exercise, and do the things that I need to do to feel better, ask for help. I think we're all different, but if we're not eating good food, keeping hydrated, exercising, practicing self-care, then we're not giving ourselves a fighting chance. Depression is very real, but if you're not taking care of your body, you're not, giving yourself that chance, that fighting chance. You know what I mean? So I don't know if any of that helps you. I don't know if that is useful information at all, but that's just what has helped me, is by practicing self-care, asking for a break, exercising. Sometimes a break just looks like going to bed at 5 p.m. Sometimes a break looks like taking a nice, long, relaxing bath. Sometimes a break looks like crying in the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, it just depends. Leaving the house, getting your nails done, self-care like that, if you have the option. If not, take a bath. The kids are doing good. The meaning of my tattoos. Okay, this is very deep, and this is going to take me a long time to explain. Are you ready? I liked it, so I got it. So, not what you're looking for, probably. Would you ever collab with 1090 Jake? Yeah, I love him. We're friends. We're Instagram friends. You know, what's so funny is like when I start watching a YouTuber, so what race, and the other day, like I heard from across the room, man, what's up, everybody? It's 1090 Jake. And I'm like, whoa, who's this? What? Are you listening to my boy over there? And Reese was watching a 1090 Jake video. And I was like, that's awesome that you're watching him. I think he has been through so much and his story is amazing. And I really like him. Man, what's up, everybody? It was just so funny to like hear that from across the room. And I'm like, who's listening to my boy? What's happening? It was awesome. And then like I'll make all my friends subscribe to whoever I'm telling them to, like, you need to subscribe to this person right now. And then I'm surprised when they're listening to them. Of course they are. You've made them subscribe. Oh, I missed a super chat. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Oh, $3 from Emily, and it's a cute little pair. I like those. Thank you, Emily. Misty, this is the first time I ever caught you live. Just had a newborn baby girl. How do I find your email? It's in the description box of every video except this one. It's nymin89@gmail.com. Thank you, Jeanette. You know what's funny? My friend Janet is always called Jeanette. Like they say it wrong, and it just reminded me of that. So sometimes I call her Jeanette just to irritate her. She's like, oh, it's Janet. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to call you Jeanette. It's like, yeah, I'm going to call you Caddy. Please read my email today. My subject line is need advice now. I will try my best. I honestly should have been off of this live stream 10 minutes ago because we are so busy today. We're doing a podcast. We're doing a butt painting. We're vlogging. Stay tuned for that. And we're just doing all kinds of stuff today. Tie-dyeing stuff with the kids. And yeah, I'm getting more tattoos. I'm getting my entire leg done. Butt painting? Yeah, I'm just painting, you know, painting my butt. You know, the poster, the paintings where you like paint your butt and like your hand and it's a TikTok thing. So just real chill. Doing a butt painting, man. I mean, as you should. Yes. Shannon, without you, I never would have met Jen. She's incredible. She is. She's a freaking superhero. Did my hand tat hurt? Listen, I am a tough bitch, okay? I'm tough. I can handle a punch to the face. My nose has been broken twice. I've had stitches 13 times. I have been knocked out. I have been knocked the out on 2 occasions. When I tell you that my hand tattoo hurt, I mean that my hand tattoo hurt. It hurt so bad. He went over my knuckles 4 times to get the color that we needed. So, just so you know, I'm not playing when I say that it hurt. Because it really, really did. Thank you, Cassie. Thank you for all you do. Your videos are awesome to watch. Oh, thank you so much, girl. I'm going to answer this one more question and then I got to go. And I get asked this every single day. It says, are you afraid your daughters may deal with addiction? My daughters are 8 and 4. The only thing that I can do is give them a childhood they do not have to mentally recover from. I cannot worry about every bad thing that might happen 10 years from now, 20 years from now. All I can do is raise them in a happy, healthy home and to give them the tools they need to emotionally handle everything, how to handle their emotions. They need to know that it's okay to be mad. It's okay to be sad. We need to give them everything that they need emotionally. I'm not trying to buy my kids everything they never had. I'm trying to teach my kids everything they need to know, everything I didn't know. And I'm trying to give them the best childhood that I possibly can. That is how we have our kids not grow up and be addicts, by giving them a childhood they do not have to recover from. And I have anxiety, and I will worry until I'm blue in the face about every single thing that could possibly go wrong. And I had to stop doing that because I was working myself into a mental frenzy, and I was not okay. I was not okay with thinking, oh my gosh, this is up to 50% genetic, and what if this happens, or they meet this person, or that, you know what I mean? I had to stop doing that because I was driving myself freaking insane. I had to understand that as long as I'm giving them emotional intelligence, as long as I am raising strong, confident, mentally healthy people, then they're going to be just fine, and that has been a learning process for me. I'm still learning it because I'm a human, you know what I mean? So, that's my answer for that. So, wise words, clip that, upload short. Yeah. I try, I'm doing my absolute best. Christina and I are fine. I don't know why I get asked that so often. She lives in Florida. I live in Chicago. You know what I mean? So she's not like at my house all the time because we're in two different states and COVID locked down everything. And, I don't get to talk to her as often as I like or see her as often as I like. But yeah, we're cool. Of course we're cool. Are these real? No. It's a backdrop. Okay, guys, I'm going to jump off of here because I have a podcast to film, a booty to paint. I have a backdrop to do, and all of that. So I'm going to go. I will see you guys tomorrow for a video on my channel with the famous Jen Cutting. She will be on my channel tomorrow, and we do a full interview for her and her addiction and having a baby in prison, because we both had babies in prison. Our story has a lot of parallels. And her story is just amazing. So stay tuned for that on my main channel, and I will see you guys later. Bye, you guys.